hello, there are so many of you here. Hi. Hi, everybody. Also, everybody say thank you to Shy quickly and now. Why? Oh, that was very delayed. They're the one who made my model, and you all need to be niceys. Yeah, everybody say thank you right now. Or I'll hit you with a hammer. Okay. Let's get this show on the road, baby. Oh, the music fully stopped. I forgot. The music is only on that. Hold on. I don't really know how to do this. I'm sorry. I'm nervous. I have so much hair that, like, I think most of this is just hair. Okay, fuck it. Hi, everybody! Oh my god, hi! I said fucking wee ball. Wait 30 seconds. I'm not waiting at all. Hi, Sarah. Everybody look at him! Oh, he's so cute. Fuck it, we've waited long enough. We waited 4 whole years for this. I'm not gonna take a minute for it. I know, look at him! Thank you all. Oh, he is so cute. I love him so much. It's my little guy. Okay, wait, hold on. We've got, I don't want to hit the wrong... the wrong toggle. He's very gingerbread cookie core. He is. He looks like a little stuffed animal. He looks so squashable. He gives me cuteness aggression. I want to grasp him. I imagine you cat-sized now. I've always been cat-sized. I will take a bite. Feel free. There's just viscera in there, but have fun. I'll pick you up and put you off the dinner table, and I will jump back up, baby. You could not keep me off that thing. Are you guys gonna pick me up and, like, show me the inside of a freezer for the first time or whatever? I don't have TikTok, but I have seen that, like, one video of being like, here's my cat Rice or whatever. I'm showing him a parking ticket. Hi, Mason! Microwave. Microwave? Why are you closing me in the fucking... Why are you all putting me inside of things? Love how short you are? Yeah. I think, canonically, my VTuber is, like, shorter than me. I made him 5'3" because it's funny. Okay, so what I have planned for today is a couple presentations that I've spent way too much time on. Yeah, here's one of the first toggles. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, now we have a little friend. Okay. We're going through my entire fucking history of being a VTuber on Twitch, so fucking buckle up your seatbelts, there are 20 slides. It's been a long 4 years, is all I'll say. Oh, no! I'm not sure what I expected, to be honest. This is nothing redeems among us, yeah. Okay, so, in fucking... On September 5th, 2020, I started streaming. I literally had fuck all going on. I remember that. Yeah, because you were here for that, which is buck wild. No face cam, no VTuber, dog shit mic. I genuinely questioned why people started watching me back then, but I suppose Plasma could answer. Yeah, 5 years this year is... It'll have to be a big celebration. I don't know. You know what? That's fair. Nothing better to do. It was like late 2020. I don't even think we were like vaccinated yet, so I did a lot. I was a faceless, fleshless streamer. I've now shown my hand, so my apologies to God on that one. But hey, some things are inevitable. And then, in fucking November of 2020, I paid someone on Fiverr to draw me, quote-unquote, as an anime girl. And well, that started all of this bullshit. I don't think I paid them enough for their work, to be honest. And also, like, this wasn't even a proper VTuber, it was just a Discord reactive that, like, bounced up and down. Which is... Like, I kind of figured out what VTubing is, but not really. I would say I had no point of reference, but, like, Iron Mouse was around, you know? Pink and short hair, we stand consistency, can I say? Not much about me has changed in that regard. Brown sweater, little bread pin, crown, I genuinely don't remember why. Like, I think I was, like, deeply inspired by Technoblade at the time, but I don't remember. It's been 4 years, so. And green eye. At the time, my branding identity solely revolved around my name Toasty, which has slowly been phased out over time. Rip little bread man, you were a real— Oh wow, okay, yeah. Here's also a fan art showcase. I keep any and all fan art I have received over the years. They're all in my files and backed up on a external hard drive. I've got all of it. So if you've ever drawn something for me, just know it's on my little virtual wall. And if you're wondering, this doesn't look like you at all, or that previous image, it's, yeah, that's correct. My original viewers actually followed me from TikTok, where I was a cosplayer, so my first viewers knew what I looked like. And yeah, my hair at the time was green in real life. Okay, and then in early 2021, this was the era of Toasty Minecraft, because bad news, I joined a Minecraft SMP. Pink and short hair, green eyes, crown, heavily inspired by Technoblade. Introduction of the color blue, and I said goodbye to the, like, brown elements, and very early on started straying away from the toast branding. And then we have a fade art showcase from around then, with some very cute art. Okay, and then, ooh, March 17th, 2021, I debuted my 3D model. This bitch is crusty. Like, I won't lie to any of you. This does not look good. Like, hot damn. But we have cat ears. We finally got into being a cat person. Cat girl at the time. It is history, yeah. This is all self-indulgent, by the way, because, like, I had to put together, like, a timeline for the teaser trailer, and then I had to cut, like, 90% of it, so I was like, you're all gonna look at this. I did not put all that work in for nothing. Also, just so it's in one convenient place for me to look at the next time I want to reminisce. Anyways, still got short and pink hair. It looks fucked as hell, but that's because I did not know how to use the hair tool in Vroid. It's just bad. Still had green eyes, though. I think I wanted to feel, like, special, so I gave myself green eyes because my eyes are just brown in real life. Here's a fan art showcase from the Catgirl era of Toasty. All very good art. I'm like, it's so crazy how many people have drawn me. I love it so much. It's cool. Okay, in April, May-ish of 2021, we had this 3D model. Who is this man, you might be asking? Which is a valid question, because genuinely, who the fuck is this guy? Well, congrats to me, I realized I was trans, so that's pretty awesome. However, at the time, I identified as gender fluid. This little freak was Roasty, the masculine counterpart to Toasty. I wanted him to look distinguishable from my feminine design, so I made him a demon, because I think demons are hot. That's kind of the only reason. And if you're asking what's up with the weird-ass ears, I don't know. I wish I remembered, because they look strange, but I don't, so. Also, I gave myself heterochromia at this point, because when you're VTubing, you go through just, like, a phase of, like, I don't know, being in middle school again, trying to make a cool OC. Like, Like, I'm just gonna throw everything on here. Weird ear? Sure. Demon horns? Why not? Heterochromio? Fuck it. Here are some honorable mentions from that time. We had my second version of my feminine model in July of 2021, and also my, like, little cat form in early 2021. That silly little kitty cat was my little mascot slash cat form named Tiny Toasty. My early, like, lore was that I was a shapeshifter to explain the gender fluidity. Honestly, he was kind of cute, and I'm thinking about bringing him back because, like, look at him. He's just a silly little cat. But, like, I'm also just a silly little cat. August 5th, 2021, we had a new quote-unquote roasty form. This is the time in my life where I thought I was gender fluid, but, like, I just thought I was going through a masculine phase. It started out as just, like, a week, and then, like, a month, and then a mask couple months. It took me a second. Hair's still pink. However, I finally transitioned to having pink eyes. Let's not talk about it. We've got hearts in the eyes. Okay, not even a week later, I announced that I was using he and pronouns full-time. Apparently in those, like, 6 days, I had a little heart-to-heart with myself and figured something out. We don't need to talk about how bad my old art is, by the way. At this point, I'd only been back into digital art for, like, 6 months, about. Also, if you're wondering where his regular ears is, apparently I didn't realize that it didn't look good without regular ears yet, so. Okay, dawn of the final 3D model, November 2021. There's this guy. At this point, not much is changing. I won't lie to any of you. At this point, I said goodbye to the blue and settled on a more monochromatic look. Hell yes, just slutty little crop top. Thigh highs, let's give it up for thigh highs, baby. You so cunty. Yeah, I finally figured it out. I briefly thought it'd be cool to add glasses since I wear them IRL, but I gave them up because it's hard to draw. I think at this point I wanted to put myself in a skirt, but I was too scared of being misgendered. So, there's that. I'm glad we got over that. And then, art showcase! With my own old art on the far left there. And the hair here looks like that because it's based off of this 3D model. And that was literally the only reference I had for myself at the time, so. Okay, and then April 1st, 2022. That's right, baby, I got bitches. The only subtle change here is the introduction of green to my color palette. To represent Jazz in my design, I gave myself a green earring and Jazz a pinkish one. I'm still obsessed with heart cutouts and shirts, and this has not changed, and it will never change. It's me, I'm bitches, that's true. Okay, and here's just kind of a timeline. These next few slides are just a timeline of my own art, because, I'm proud of myself. That's it. So, here are 3 profile pictures from 3 different years. 2021 to 2023 to 2024. And here we have Meet the Streamer from 3 different years. I sure do love drawing these at, like, the end of the year when I'm gonna be turning a new age in a month, but that's fine. Then we have some of my Vtubers. Okay, and then here are some... I was blushed, so real. Here are Jazz and I's matching Christmas profile pictures from over the years. I did not draw one last year because I thought the ones from 2023 were really good. And I don't think I'll top them, so... And then, okay, yeah, here's February 2025. That's me, baby. We have sure come a long way from, hold on. What I will consider my first actual VTuber, which is this bitch. Okay, we have another presentation. I'm so sorry. I don't know if this is entertaining to watch, but it's fun for me, so... Here, we're gonna go into some of my design elements, and I'm gonna show you guys my toggles and stuff now. And also, at the end, I'm going to have you all vote on something, so be prepared. So here we're gonna talk about evolution. Should I present this like I'm some fuck-ass guy at a tech startup? And he's explaining his new AI for something that doesn't need AI. We've revolutionized the process of printing things out of a printer. Isn't that fake? Depends on who you ask. Okay. How do we go from a regular house cat into a snow leopard? How do we go from the silly little silly little guy to the majestic, beautiful snow leopard? Well, I'm here to present my evidence as to why. Also, I fucking love that silly cat picture. Exhibit A. Okay, hold on. Exhibit B. And Exhibit C. Your honors, they're so sillies. I just love snow leopards. Here's some more silly snow leopard pictures because I just love them so much. And here's a silly video of them. Look at them, they just bounce so high. And he doesn't look at him. This is all I do in my free time, by the way. I watch silly cat videos and then I just laugh about it for like hours. Anyways, here quickly we're gonna go to the inspiration for a few of my toggles, also show all of them off. First of all, snow leopards like to hold their tails in their mouths, so we have this toggle because I just think it's so cute and I love it so much. And then my second bit of inspiration from one of my other toggles. Her, my beloved Hatsune Miku. I had to include something from Miku because I felt bad abandoning the Miku model. Guys, look at this outfit, it's so fucking cute. Miku my beloved. I was like, I don't think I can give up looking a little bit like Miku. Of course, Sakura Miku, because y'all know me. Okay, and I will also show off the other toggles because I've not done that yet. Also, every toggle works with the Miku outfit, which is just so sick and cool. Like, I love it so much. We also have a controller, so we can be gaming. Because I do game here, if you guys didn't know. I am a gamer. And then we have a big ass pen, baby. Because I wanted something for when I do our streams. So we have a big old pen. And the pen follows my mouse movement. Which is just so cool. I love it. Also, I love it when him is peeking out from behind the pen. So next, but what about lore? So if y'all don't know, if you're not super familiar with VTubers, because I know a good chunk of you kind of just watch me on Twitch, which is still wild. But anyways, most VTubers have lore, have a sort of explanation for why their character came to be or why they look the way they do. Because VTubers are just nerds with a lot of money, and so we never stop LARPing, baby. If you've ever made like a D&D character, you're like honestly one step away from being a VTuber. So I have some examples. It's basically a Sona story, exactly. Of some other VTubers' lore. Just so you can all familiarize yourself. This is the beautiful Giwi. Hello, Eupharium. Giwi is a parasitic worm from hell who went up top to our world on a business trip, was using a fish as a temporary host, and was turned into gas station sushi. When her physical body ate said sushi, the worm now became her host, and she wanted to become the best parasitic thing from our world, which is a streamer. I fucking love Giwi, by the way. Her model, if you've never seen it, is gorgeous. She debuted, like, again, Giwi 2.0 in November of last year, I believe. Or is, like, early December. Anyways, this is also just me, like, gushing about other VTubers for a little bit. This is Marikyun. She found an alien octopus in high school who transformed her into a magical girl. 10 years have passed since then, but Mari became a VTuber to continue her passion of being a magical girl. Also, look at how cute her VTuber is. I'm just gonna keep saying that. I believe I rated her once, but like, she has the cutest, like, sort of web aesthetic. Yeah, Mari! I love Mari. And then I pulled from a smaller streamer from this last one. I rated them a couple weeks ago. Pajama Toad. PJ is a toad/corvid that controls the day/night cycle with their sun and moon forms. I just thought this was cool. And wanted to show it off and not just do big streamers. This is just me, like, talking about my special interest. And then, here's some other VTubers who I watch and inspire me. Also, my little arms were inspired by Buff Pup's arms. I included them because either I couldn't find their lore, or they didn't have any, or as Buff Puff goes, it's very convoluted and I didn't feel like summarizing it. So, but I just think their models look cool. Fairy is a Vtuber, and she's just so cute. She's a tiger bunny. So now, you all are going to help me decide on my own lore. I have a few different options, and then at the end, you are going to vote on what my lore is. Because, like, to be honest, I don't really have any, like, reasons for why I am the way that I am. I just love the color pink and cats, and that's kind of been it this whole time. So, you're all gonna help me. So concept 1. I'm actually from an alternate universe where every single romantic comedy from your reality takes place. However, one day on my way home from work as a matchmaker, I was hit by a car. The driver was speeding out and driving recklessly to make it to the airport in time to confess his true love or whatever. I woke up here with a horrible concussion and desire to spread love and romance in this universe because I think it is severely lacking. And also, I am a catboy. There's still no explanation for that. That's just it. I got fucking isekai'd. That's the first one. Except I got isekai'd into this. Yeah, catboy rom-com reverse isekai. For me, it's just a regular isekai, but I guess you can call it a reverse isekai. Oh, god damn it. You making me silly look silly right now? In front of everybody? That's fucked up. I forgot how fucking stupid the googly eyes look. That's the point of them, but... Okay, concept 2. I'm a former relationship expert and radio host for the relationship advice show Catboy Chronicles. I was fired from my position as host for quote-unquote flirting too much with older women and constantly trying to get people to divorce their shit-ass husbands. To try and continue my career and do my best to continue to help others with relationship questions, I became a streamer. And also, I'm a catboy. I love this one, but I am, like, slightly afraid people might actually believe I'm a relationship expert. I really hope not. I hope no one's that... I don't want to say gullible, that'd be mean. But I don't want people to be like, oh, were you actually a radio host? Because absolutely not. Okay, and then concept 3. I'm a former witch's familiar who slipped and fell into their cauldron while they are brewing a love potion. I fell in love with love itself and expressed my desire to the witch to go into the world and share my passion with others. She used her powers to transform me into a part cat, part person so I could fulfill my dreams. And then, for concept 4, there is no concept 4, I ran out of ideas. Here's a silly cat instead as a consolation prize. I just love this guy so much. Look at him. He's so silly and dapper in his little hat. These are so good, thank you. I like concept 2 because people might believe it. That'd be so funny. Could you imagine? Okay. Oh wow, disparaged radio host is absolutely sweeping. Okay. I'm not upset because I loved all of these concepts so much. So I am now a disparaged radio host. I'm glad we found lore reasons for my unemployment. That's so fun and cool. Yeah, good explanation for my general vibes, which is flirting with older women in my chat. And then here are some lore idea rejects that I still think are fun. One being, I used to be a regular cat until I slipped and fell into the water of a tunnel of love ride. When I pulled myself out, I transformed into a twink with pink hair. In concept 2, there's once a scientist who was working on a project that took two unlike things and merged them together. One evening while drunk, the scientist put their cat and favorite romance novel into the machine, and then out came me. Hello, everybody. Current Toasty just hopping in to say thank you all so much for watching the video. I also wanted to apologize quickly for how long it took me to get these highlights out. I've been having some health issues this year that have been keeping me busy, and I've just come between me and doing editing and a lot of other stuff for YouTube. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded a video, and I apologize for that. I also just want to say thank you quickly to Shy, my model maker, who made my cute little guy. I'll have their links in the description. Please go check them out. They make incredible models and do incredible artwork. And they fulfilled my dream of finally having a live 2D model after 4 years of VTubing, so very big thank you to them. I also wanted to thank everyone who came out to the debut initially, which was over 6 months ago, but that's fine. I had like a peak viewership of 17, and that was absolutely crazy for me. Thank you all so much for that. And I wanted to thank my partner, Jazz, for helping me get through the time of my debut, because it was really stressful. I was trying to get everything together in less than a month, and it was just a bit of a crunch time. I also wanted to announce that on September 6th, starting at 1 p.m. CST, I will be doing a 12-hour stream to celebrate my 5-year anniversary. My 5-year streaming anniversary. Dear God, has it been a long time. So I'll be doing a 12-hour dono-thon, both to celebrate the anniversary and to help raise some funds for the aforementioned health issues, because I had to get a minor surgery, and I've had a lot of tests done and stuff, and boy howdy does that cost money. But obviously there's no obligation to donate, so even if you just want to stop by at any point in the 12 hours, I'd really appreciate it. It would be nice to see all of you there. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a very good rest of your day. Bye-bye!